Hi everyone, it's Katina. I hope you're all doing well. So let me just grab my microphone here that I tend to forget. I'm getting the hang of it, this YouTube thing, and the minute that I have a little bit of time, like I just wrote a piece now, and the minute that I have a little bit of time, I like to do some short films. So we're gonna go with this card here that's been given to me by my nutritionist at the time. It's there's a series of it. There are many, like a little package that it's done by les producteurs du lait du Québec. So there's all of this. There are many different segments. It's in French, but I translated it in English. And today we're going to talk about smoothies, but I have to say that those smoothies are for muscle building and energy building. So these cards, actually, it's more for advanced, either athletes or intermediate to advanced level of workout. So that's why you'll see with the recipes that I'm going to describe later on that it's a big portion. So for me, if I'm not working out that day, I'm not going to have the whole thing, because if you do and you don't work out and you think that it's going to replace a meal, it might, but it might be a little bit too rich. So let me explain to you the context of a smoothie, because a smoothie can be a dessert that's not so great for the waistline if you're not careful. So I'm going to explain it in French. So smoothies for workouts for very active people, specifically to give energy according to nutritionists. So it's very healthy for sure, but you have to look at the portions and understand that it's the recipe itself is targeted for athletes. So it's easy to make, easy to digest, practical for busy people and on the go. And if you are working out early in the morning, it can be a good idea. It can replace a meal per se, breakfast, let's say. And it can also be used after a workout to recuperate and give the body a little bit more of the hydration and vitamins that you may lose when you're working out. So level 2, intermediate to advanced training. For my own training these days, I would cut back at least a half of the portion. So we're calling here 1 cup of cantaloupe or mango. So that gives you an idea. A cup of fruit, it's this big. So if you add milk and all, it's a pretty big portion. So for my own training these days, half of this recipe, it contains proteins and will give you energy. So we're gonna go for... All right, so the recipes itself for the first smoothie, there are 2. So this one is for hydration as well. So 1 cup of melon or cantaloupe or mangoes in pieces. It can be frozen. It's very good and creamy when it's frozen. 1 cup of milk. It doesn't say the percentage of fat, so I would go with either skim milk or 1% fat milk. I don't think that it's going to change too much in terms of calories, because you kind of need the proteins. And if I remember correctly, no matter the percentage of fat, it's a glass of milk is still has proteins in it. So let's say skim milk or 1%, half a cup of strawberries and half a cup of orange juice. So ideally 100% pure orange juice, not made from concentrate. So you blend that up. The second recipe is for building muscle. So again, let me remind you, it's for very active people. Otherwise, you can have this recipe, but cut the portions either. So the second recipe to build muscles, 1.5 cup of chocolate milk, half a cup of oatmeal, 1/4 cup of milk powder. Okay, though I guess there's extra proteins there, and 1 banana. So you blend that all to make it a really nice recipe for working out. So I have to say that the nutritionist that I had consulted at the time, she was, this was adapted specifically for the workouts that I was doing, and I was doing boxing, cycling outdoors. So I was very, very active. I'm not as active today, so I try to do like a very small smoothie, especially in the summertime. I think it's very refreshing. So good luck. See you next time.